Hello, I'm Ronald Lynchner. Welcome. Pay attention. You do not process information as quickly as you used to. When you leave one room and go into another, do you ever reach the next room and ask yourself, what did I come here for? Hoping your brain will give you an immediate answer? Believe it or not, the brain cells, known as neurons, are doing exactly what you asked by speaking to each other. In most cases, they will soon have an answer for you. I came here for a Q-tip, or for my eyeglasses, or my keys, or whatever you intended. Your brain cells actually talk to each other by releasing chemicals known as neurotransmitters. It's what keeps the brain running smoothly. Throughout my years of experience in the field of education, I was never offered a course of study to improve my memory. It puzzled me why none of my coursework or teachers ever included information to improve my ability to retain information. I decided to research the area of memory improvement myself. I began by asking several questions, which included the following three. Can students benefit from a seminar in memory improvement techniques? Can I and my aging peers benefit from memory-enhanced exercises? Can the techniques available be applied to everyday life and improve the quality of life for our aging population? The results of my findings delighted me. All my questions resulted in a yes answer. Let's start with what memory is. Memory is the retention of information over time. There is short-term and long-term memory. An example of short-term memory is something you heard and are trying to recall. The last few seconds or a minute or so. A phone number from someone, or someone's name that you were introduced to, or even a simple math problem you were working on in your head. Long-term memory, or episodic memory, has more to do with things that have occurred in your life, experiences you grew up with that have helped shape who you are, or rules you have learned along the way. If I asked you to recall your favorite teacher in school, you would begin to actively search your memory to a time and a situation you lived through. It's an important imprint of something you experienced and have learned. Memory works by association to information, as well as a location we experience. You also include your imagination in recalling that teacher. The memory systems that I now present have been around for centuries. A Greek poet named Simonides Melicus, who lived in 552 to 467 BC, realized that orderly arrangement was essential for memory. He was considered the inventor of the art of memory. These systems are designed to permit you to retain volumes of information faster and easier. Using the learning keys of association, location, and imagination will allow the brain to form memory pegs. This system was developed in the 1600s and further researched in the 1700s and in the 1950s, and is currently used by most memory experts today, including Harry Lorraine, Dominic O'Brien, and Tony Buzan, to name a few. The samples I offer are from all that I have mentioned. So I want you to listen to this story and begin to develop mental images while I speak. This story will enable you to become familiar with the journey method of learning. I want to teach you the 8 planets of the solar system very quickly. 4 are small planets and 4 are large planets. There's this spaceship that is taking an astronaut to the moon. And as the ship approaches its landing, there is a need to measure the temperature of the soil. So a thermometer is placed in the ground. The thermometer is filled with mercury. As the spaceship lands, the door opens and the ship and the astronaut is greeted by a small, beautiful woman, Venus. She offers him a small gift of soil from Earth as a welcome. She piles the earth on the ground, and in doing so disturbs a creature that appears through the pile of earth chewing on a Mars bar. Suddenly they hear a loud thump, thump, thump. They look towards the horizon and see a giant, Jupiter. Jupiter is wearing a large t-shirt with the letters S-U-N for Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So can you imagine the details of this story? What do we have? We have a simple story that goes over the 8 planets. We start with an astronaut traveling up to the moon, and he has to test the soil with a thermometer full of mercury. He is greeted by a beautiful woman named Venus. She offers him a small gift of soil from Earth. She piles the earth on the ground, and in doing so disturbs a creature that appears up there chewing on a Mars bar. Suddenly they hear a loud thump, and on the horizon a giant appears, Jupiter, who's wearing a t-shirt with the letters S-U-N. We have a ridiculous story that allows our mind to recall mental images that will become long-term memory once it is downloaded. This story is an example of mnemonics. Mnemonics is any device to aid in memory. We are taught mnemonics in school. Some examples include the rhyme A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Or remember the colors of the rainbow by remembering Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. On 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Each is an example of a device to aid memory, a rhyme, an acronym, or whatever. They all remain in our long-term memory waiting to be called upon. From this wealth of memory research that I have studied, I have designed a series of seminars for a number of audiences. One of these fascinating seminars is for students in public and higher education. The second seminar is for baby boomers and the ever-growing senior population. I have designed each program in a way that makes them fun, instructive, and practical for improving your memory. Contact me at ronaldlynchner.com. Thank you.